I want to start a fashion channel, and so I've been experimenting with some products. So this is like some hair gel that has like gold in it. It's kind of neat. Um, yeah, I also think I'd be one of the few straight fashion designers, and that'd be kind of cool. Kind of like my hair up like this. It makes me look like a Tim Burton character, kind of, especially with my glasses. I love you, or as Spider-Man says, thwip thwip. Um, we're doing Proverbs 14. I should really plug my phone in closer. I'm working like 60 hours a week, so I'm super tired and kind of manic. I want to go back to Japan, and I'm saving to take a friend there. She's never been. Not romantic, we're just friends. I just don't really enjoy doing stuff by myself because I was homeschooled. So whenever I can, I try to maximize the joy. Ugh. Yeah. Um, let's see. So Proverbs 14, once again, we like Proverbs because it teaches wisdom, and wisdom is kind of the martial arts to living, to society. So it's something you want to be well educated on. This cord is pulling on my hand. There you go. So I want to teach y'all wisdom because wisdom is what helped me be awesome in a lot of dark times. It helps me with faith. It helps me with just everything. Okay, so Proverbs 14. Every wise woman builds her house, but a foolish one tears it down with her own hands. So that's not just talking about women, but the author, I believe, is using a very storytelling type way of communicating. Builds her house, but a foolish one tears it down with her own hands. So a wise woman is practical. She thinks, she plans, she works, she holds things together, she's steady, she has attributes that make her calm. And then a foolish one is nagging, is destructive, is high drama, is inappropriate, picks fights with her kids, picks fights with her husband. And a lot of people will give good reasons or give excuses. Oh, well, maybe she's this, maybe she's that. But what the Bible reminds us is we need to take time praying, because I know a lot of you don't have experience with God talking to you, and a lot of you don't have experience with miracles, but it's very easy to do miracles, and it's very easy to get God to talk to you. You just pray once, twice, 3 times a day for the same thing. Like, hey God, I want to know about this. Hey God, I want to know about this. Hey God, I want to know about this. And he'll tell you. There's a verse, I believe it's in the book of Matthew, that basically says, because of your tenacity, because you keep bothering God, he's going to give you what you want. That's how Jesus tells us to talk to God. And a lot of people would tell me, oh, you should only ask for what you need. You should only ask for what you need. And I say, no, not at all. I ask for everything. I'll ask for things I don't need. Now, if God says no, I'm okay with that. Sorry, I'm moving my drink around. Oh, I should make some decaf coffee. I didn't even think about that. Okay. So we go to God, we talk to God, we pray to God, we spend time at church, which helps calm us down because we're around mature people, and then they help balance us out and help us with problems. Whoever lives with integrity fears the Lord. And so we fear the Lord like a beautiful, benevolent king. Like we don't want to be on the wrong side of justice. And I've been told in the Bible, when they say fear, they also mean is in awe of it. Like you see the mighty God in the movies and you're like, oh my God. And like, so God, our God, the true God is the same way. He's there and we go, whoa, yes, sir. Like we need to do this because it's right. Yes, sir. We need to do this because it's how I want things to go. Yes, sir. But when you do it my way, I'm going to bless you. Yes, sir. He who lives with integrity fears the Lord. But the one who is devious in his ways despises them. So some people want to do whatever they want, and they get upset when they're told no. I've had friends like this, and she said, why do you always talk in circles? And I had to say, because you don't like being told no. And she said, okay, that's fair. It's like, yeah, if you don't say no, I have to make big circles around everything. The proud speech of a fool brings a rod of discipline, but the lips of the wise protect them. So if you're a fool and you're acting like a know-it-all, you're acting prideful and arrogant, those who are in charge of you are going to have to correct you, so it's not worth it. But the lips of the wise protect them. So lips, so those who speak wisdom protect you. You know, I've had friends like, do you need to be more drinking? Should you be out drinking? You know, when was the last time you brought your wife a gift? When was the last time you helped out around the house? When was the last time you know, all these things. Where there is no oxen, the feeding trough is empty, but an abundance harvest comes through the strength of an ox. What does that mean? Where there's no oxen. I'll be right back. Proverbs 14:4. Okay. Oh, I should have started some coffee. So when you have no ox, it's very easy to stay tidy. But if you want a productive harvest, you're going to need ox. And so you're going to have to take care of the ox, and it won't be tidy, but you'll have this abundance. So don't be afraid of the mess you're going to take, and don't be wary of the mess you're going to have to get through in order to get this big payday. I've seen people do that a lot, where they'll say, oh, well, you know, nothing ever goes right anyway, so why try it? And it's like, what? I'll hear guys say that a lot in relation with when it comes to girls, like, oh, girls don't want to date a fat guy. And I'm like, what do you know about anything? Like, you only know what you've seen on TV. Have you tried talking to girls? Well, you know, they want a guy in shape. You don't know that. You haven't prayed to meet one. You haven't gone out and talked to people. I've dated wonderful women, and I weighed like 300 pounds, and they were all we had fantastic relationships. And I didn't do anything special. I just went up and said hi. That's it. You just go up and you say hi. It's not hard. An honest witness does not deceive, but a dishonest witness utters lies. So here the Bible is just kind of stamping a truth. An honest witness does not deceive. So if you're honest, you're not going to be deceitful when people ask you what happened or for your recollection of what just happened. But a dishonest witness utters lies. And so it is dishonest of you to lie. In case you're kind of lying to yourself or confusing yourself or trying to fool yourself, the Bible is stamping it. It's making it very clear and very and it's proclaiming that this is the truth. So you don't try to mislead yourself within your own mind and your own imagination. A mocker seeks wisdom and doesn't find it, but knowledge comes easily to the perceptive. So when you get used to mocking, it involves making up a lot of stuff that's not true. So when wisdom tries to find you, or you try to find wisdom, because of your lifestyle, you're not going to come across it because you're making a false reality. And by putting you in that false reality, it takes a moment for you to come back to reality and live as you should. But knowledge comes easily to the perceptive. So the people who are perceptive, the people who are calm heart and still, are able to quickly and easily find the information they want. Stay away from a foolish person. You will gain no knowledge from his speech. That part's very true. I've met foolish people and I'm just like, nope. Yeah, there have been people at work and I'm just like, nope. Staying away. Oh, did you meet her? Nope. Did you meet him? Nope. Hey man, you want to do some cocaine? Nope. The sensible person's wisdom is to consider his way, but the stupidity of fools deceives them. The sensible person's wisdom. So as you gain wisdom, you're going to trust yourself more and more and be more used to being successful in what you're trying to do. But the stupidity of fools deceives them. So yeah, when you become foolish, it helps you become stupid, and then it helps you to trick yourself. And so that's not something you want in life. You don't want life to help fool you or life to help trick you. Verse 9, fools mock at making reparation, but there's goodwill among the upright. So a lot of times fools will mock you for trying to do the right thing, for trying to put things back together. I got made fun of for trying to make friends with my bullies, even though it was very useful to do. But there's goodwill among the upright. What did Mr. Rogers say? Always look for the helpers. The heart knows its own bitterness, and no outsider shares in its joy. The heart knows its own bitterness. What does that one mean? Okay, so that one means there's certain times in your life it's going to really be awful, and you're going to have to go through it alone. Even though people will want to, you'll be very grateful and happy when you're through it and it's over. And that'll oftentimes be a journey you have to do just by yourself, and that's just the way it's going to work. Everyone's going to want to help you and want to support you, but sometimes The victory and the parts that are awful are yours to bear and receive by yourself. The house of the wicked will be destroyed, but the tent of the upright will flourish. So even if you're in a strong house, if you're acting really stupid, you're going to burn it down. You won't have good finances, good credit, good morals, good company. A lot of things will go wrong. But the tent of the upright will flourish. So a tent, which is just measly flat fabric, will work wonderful. You'll put it in safe land. You'll have safety around you. You'll do things that'll help you get out of that. There's a lot of options and a lot of things you can do. There is a way that seems right to a person, but its end is the way of death. So a lot of times you see this a lot, especially with like abortion. People say, oh, it's fine, it's a woman's right, but like the baby gonna die, and that's not right. Being an alcoholic, the same thing. Oh, it's fine, but like drinking and driving, bad. Like getting drunk all the time, bad. Borrowing money from gang members, bad. Yeah. Even in laughter, a heart may be sad, and joy may end in grief. There's going to be times that life is really hard. And it's not negating that. It's not saying that this isn't true. There's certain times life is just going to be brutal. The disloyal ones will get what his conduct deserves, and a good one what his deeds deserve. So the disloyal people eventually will get tripped up by everything that's happening. And a good one what his deeds deserve. But as you do good, God will also reinforce your life, and the work you do will pay out. So the bad things you do will pay out and it'll get worse, and the good things you do will pay out and it'll get better. Hey. Did I miss one? Did I miss 15? Oh my gosh, I missed 15. I'll be right back. Okay. The inexperienced one believes anything, but the sensible one watches his steps. The inexperienced one believes anything. Okay, that makes sense. But the sensible one watches his steps. So even when you don't quite know what's going on and you might be really naive, you're still going to be careful and move forward carefully. So watch out for people who are inexperienced but believe they know everything, and be careful in everything you do. A wise person is cautious and turns from evil, but a fool is easily angered and is careless. Yeah, so that's pretty self-explanatory. A wise person is cautious and turns from evil, yes, but a fool is easily angered and careless. And you've seen this. You've seen people who get angry immediately. Yeah, fool is easily angered and is careless. You don't want to be careless. You don't want to be dumb. I see so many people getting angry for no reason, and oftentimes this has to do with drug use, because drugs help reinforce what you already believe and make you crazy. A quick-tempered person acts foolishly, but one who schemes is hated. A quick-tempered person acts foolishly, but the one who schemes is hated. Yeah, so both of you will not get away. Sorry, just my mind is a lot of work. A quick-tempered person acts foolishly, and the one who schemes is hated. Yeah, so don't be either, is what it's saying. It's not better to have long schemes that are bad, and it's also not good to get angry quickly. So either be angry quickly or slowly coming to do evil. It's not going to work out. And the Bible's proclaiming that in case you're lost and you need to know what the truth is about everything. The inexperienced inherit foolishness, but the sensible are crowned with knowledge. So again, be sensible. Like, see how being good and right pays off in many different ways, and being inappropriate, you're kind of always caught and it's always bad. The evil bow before those who are good, and the gates of the righteous. The evil bow before those who are good, and the wicked at the gates of the righteous. So when you're evil, you're going to end up losing so much and having so much taken from you that a normal good person is going to stand above you, and you're going to have to do what they say. So like the good people are going to control the jobs, they're going to control the hierarchies, and you're going to have to submit to them. The sensible are crowned with knowledge. But the opposite works. If you try to be sensible, if you try to be smart, like, this isn't even about being good. If you're trying to just turn yourself in the right direction, you're going to learn, and people are going to see that you are somebody who did learn and somebody who was learned, and they will trust you and revere you. Like at work, not everyone knows me, but everyone knows I'm a good guy, and they see that very quickly because of my patience, because I'm good, because I'm kind. The evil bow before those who are good, and the wicked at the gates. No, I just did that one. Of the righteous. A poor person is hated even by his neighbor, but there are many who love the rich. Being poor sucks more than you realize. Being poor is more worse than you would expect. But there are many who love the rich. But on the opposite side, when you do all this and you become rich and things work out and your harvests work out and your productivity works out and you gain resources, even more people will come to you, and you can talk to them about God or help them with their lives or help them what's going on. And it also produces more like opportunity because you'll have more contacts and you'll have more standing in the city. So this is showing what the harvest looks like for you, what sort of rewards happen or finality happens. The one who despises his neighbor's sins, but whoever shows kindness to the poor will be happy. Oh, the one who despises his neighbor's sins. So we're supposed to like love your neighbor as yourself, right? The neighbor is someone who has your back and will help take care of you. But sometimes they don't know Jesus, sometimes they do. But it just means like a kind person who looks after you. You guys live close and probably talk sometimes, and if something's going on with you, he'll help you out. If something goes on with him, you'll help him out. But whoever shows kindness to the poor will be happy. So it's bad manners to despise your neighbor, and it is great manners to show kindness to the poor, and God will help make sure you're happy. And he's saying, if you're just going to ignore or be mean to your neighbor, this is directly in violation of how God wants reality to work. That's what it's saying right there. Don't those who plan evil go astray, but those who plan good find loyalty and faithfulness. So we're stamping the same thing again. Those who plan evil go astray. Like, when you're planning evil, you're going astray of God, and you're going to go astray from the good things life wants to give you. but whoever shows kindness to the poor will be happy. So doing any sort of thing for the poor is very important to God, and God will make sure you're happy supernaturally. He'll watch after you. He'll push your life in that direction. It'll be great. Don't those who plan evil go astray, but those who plan good find loyalty and faithfulness. And now we're seeing something else that happens when you plan good. Like, we see how all of this comes together, and it's great. There is profit in all hard work, but endless talk leads only to poverty. So no matter what, like, keep working and things will work out for you, at least even a little bit. But if you just talk and chit chat and have meetings and go out and then party and plan but never actually even try, you're gonna end up poor and it didn't work out for you. So it's saying do hard work, don't just chit chat. The crown of the wise is in their wealth, but the foolishness of fools produces foolishness. I want to write down that last one. Give me a second. Okay. The crown of the wise is their wealth, but the foolishness of fools produces foolishness. The crown of the wise is their wealth. So the resources you get by being wise and smart and having your life together against the foolishness of fools produces foolishness. So it's again the same thing. Like, you drive yourself nowhere, surrounded by people going nowhere, and then you produce debt. I always tell people it's like when you hang out with strippers or pornography, it's like spending $20 to owe someone $40, so you end up spending $60. It ends up eating your time, which eats your life. Instead of trying to figure out how to solve your problems, you just kind of relax with a solution that is fake and ends up costing you more than you wanted to give in the first place. A truthful witness rescues lives, but the one who utters lies is deceitful. Oh, that's cool. Lives and lies. A truthful witness rescues lives. So by being honest, you'll help people. So I've helped turn people back to God, turn people away from depression, turn people away from anxiety. People are saying, oh, why is my life not working? I'm like, well, it'd probably help if you stop sleeping around with 4 women. And they're like, yeah, that's probably true. The one who utters lies is deceitful. And if you run around lying, again, the Bible's saying this is bad behavior, don't do this. It might be fun to lie, it might be fun to watch what happens, but it is bad for society and bad for you. And God doesn't want bad things for you because you are important to him. In the fear of the Lord, one has strong confidence, and his children have a refuge. So as you feel the fear of the Lord and learn how he works and learn where you're safe and learn how to be productive, you'll become competent and confident in how you move through reality and how you move through relationships and how you move through society. And because of this, your children will have a safe place to call home, where they'll have food and clothes and they'll be taken care of. So if you want to do good things, it also pays out for your future generations. The fear of the Lord is a fountain of life, turning people away from the snares of death. So then, even then, on top of that, you'll have this great aura of life where people will see you and say wow, I guess I should do that. I've had people quit drugs because they see how my life goes, and walk away from being alcoholics because they see how my life goes. And then I've been able to bring money together for people who are like way behind on their bills, and then help give them the help to get their life back on track. And they're crying. They're like, I can't believe you just did this for me. I'm like, yeah, well, this is what I set it up for. And I said, I can't help you be on this. I need to be able to help others too, but at least now you're on your feet. And he's like, yeah, I am. A large population is a king's splendor, but a shortage of people is a ruler's devastation. So now we're at the highest levels, and how we bring about a society that's great. But at the highest levels, there's catastrophe at all. Even when there's catastrophe as well, because even as a king, things are still going to go wrong. You're not going to have a great country or a great city. It's not going to work. But when you do all these and work all these, you're going to have a big and meaningful society. And that's important to us. We want a great and meaningful society for ourselves and for our children and for the new generations. A patient person shows great understanding, but a quick-tempered one promotes foolishness. So a patient person has self-control, they usually have love, they're willing to wait and listen and learn and then engage, so they show self-mastery. A quick-tempered one promotes foolishness. And then when you don't have control over your temper, you're going to cause fights, you're going to cause things to break, so you lose resources, so you crumble social values, and you just wreck things. A tranquil heart is life to the body, but jealousy is rotten to the bones. That's very true. So tranquil, like you're calm and you're peaceful and everything is good, and so you just live a healthy life. But jealousy is rotten, because jealousy means like you want what someone else wants. Like you want to emulate the other person, and you're not thinking about what you have. And so like, you should never be jealous of other people. You can get a job and get good things of your own. I saved up my money, I got a computer. I saved up my money and I got, I can take out my friends. I can have a good time. I don't have enough money that I can go gambling, but I can have board game nights at my house with food, with really good food, so people are really happy. I know a lot of people who have really nice cars, and they feel good about it, and that's okay. They feel good about it, and then they'll look at me, and they're not being mean. They'll be like, you ever gonna get a car like this? And I'll say someday, but you know what my car is? And they'll say what? And I'll say paid off. And they're like, yeah, okay, Josh. I'm like, what are you paying a month? $400, $500? Yeah, I'm paying nothing. You know how much it costs to fill my gas? How much? $20. Oh, Josh. Yeah. You know what I have? He's like, what? No bills, because I can pay them all off. Oh, Josh, you're killing me, man. You're killing me. I'm like, it's a nice car, though. He's like, it is a nice car. Sound system's nice. Nice. And so that's kind of how I deal with that. Some of my friends will eat out all the time, and I'll say, yeah, but I have $600 more in my bank account because I'm not eating out every day of the month. And they're like, Josh, when you're right, you're right. I'm like, yeah, I am. Or I'll say, yeah, I don't have the brand new video game. I buy them 6 months later because they're like $20. So now I have a lot of video games. Okay. The one who opposes the poor person insults his maker, so insults God himself. But the one who is kind to the needy honors him, so honors God. So God is talking about how good moral character, good wisdom works here. A lot of people try to oppress the poor with slavery or bad working conditions, and you don't want to do that because you want to honor God. So when people ask where does morality comes from, it comes right here. The wicked one is thrown down by his own sin, but the righteous one has refuge in his death. So the wicked one is thrown down by his own misdeeds. And again, it's just the Bible saying the same thing. Like, look how bad this is. It's always going to work like this. It's always going to work like this. No matter how you think about it, it's always going to work like this. It's trying to grab every single stray thought and say, look, right here, death, right here, goodness, right here, death, right here, goodness. Refuge, so safety. So even when you die, it's kind of metaphorically saying you're still safe and other people are safe too. You've created refuge. Because, everything you've done moves forward in generations. Wisdom resides in the heart of the discerning. She is known even among the fools. So discerning. So you become competent with your experience, with your goodness, that you can kind of measure and tell what's from what. So you know the difference between alcohol and water, for example, from wine and grape juice. That's kind of discerning, the ability to measure. So with wisdom, you know what's from what, and you can move forward in life with great productivity. And even people who are foolish knows that this is a good quality that's going to make you grandiose. It's going to make you awesome. That they're like, wow, this guy really knows what he's doing. Righteousness exalts a nation, but sin is a disgrace to any people. So now we're talking on the national level, like a country. So a righteousness brings together everyone. It makes everyone move in the same direction. It means the civilization is going to be even a great civilization on the global scale. Righteousness works on the global scale if you work with it. But the sin is a disgrace to any people. So no matter who you are, doing wrong will always drive your country down the toilet. So this is very important. This is why it's important that America keeps identifying as a Christian nation, because Christianity says, I must do what's good. Other nations say, don't do what's bad. And then they even reinvent speech. They'll say, oh, abortion isn't bad, because they have to fool themselves in order to be able to be okay with something that is evil. A king favors a prudent servant, but his anger falls on a disgraceful one. So even if you're like a low member of a kingdom, being like prudent, being good at what you do, showing up on time, doing a good job, the king's like, whoo, man, this guy's doing really good. Put him in charge. And that's what happened with Joseph. He obviously knew what he was doing. He obviously was good with prophecy, and the king just said, here, go do awesome things. But his anger falls on a disgraceful one. So no matter where you are in the king's hierarchy, even if you're like his right-hand man, if you're acting disgracefully and doing stupid things, he's going to get mad at you no matter what. So no matter where you are, you want to do good things that pull you towards good instead of pull you down. Hope that was educational. I love you guys. I forgot. Should I do the fantasy voice? I do like the fantasy voice. Proverbs? Oh, I should do like a goblin now. Every wise woman builds a house, but a foolish one tears it down with their own hands. Deeply foolish. Whoever lives with integrity fears the Lord. That's because he's so big. But the one who is devious, I like being devious, in his ways, despises him. The proud speech of a fool brings a rod of discipline. I don't like that. But the lips of the wheezy, that's wise, protect them. Where do we get wise lips? You have to be wise. It's just complicated. Where there are no oxen, the feeding trough is empty. That's because they ate all the food. But the abundant harvest comes through the strength of an ox. We need to steal some ox. You can't steal. But we need more oxes. If you paid us, we could get some. You don't do any work. That is true. An honest witness does not deceive. That sounds really boring. But a dishonest witness utters lies. That's because lying is fun. A mocker seeks wisdom and doesn't find it. Were your eyes open? But knowledge comes easily to the perceptive. They must all be Hyuga clan using their Byakugan. Stay away from a foolish person. Like gnomes, they're foolish and stupid and ugly and stupid and ugly. You will gain no knowledge from his speech. Because they're gnomes and they're stupid. The sensible person's wisdom is to consider his way, but the stupidity of fools deceives them. This is dumb. Fools mock at making reparation, but there is goodwill among the uptight. That says upright. Uptight. This is upright. Up. I'm moving on. The heart knows its own bitterness, and no outsider shares in its joy. That's because you keep the joy. You don't share it. It's yours. Put it in a box. The house of the wicked will be destroyed, but the tent of the uptight, it says upright, will flourish. It's probably a magic tent. There is a way that seems right to a person, but its end is the way of death. Don't go that direction. It's metaphorical. Don't go to metaphoric land. Even in laughter, a heart may be sad, and joy may end in grief. Wow, that was really dumb. He shouldn't have laughed. The disloyal one will get what his conduct deserves, and a good one what his deeds deserves. He probably got caught stealing. He should have been hidden better. The inexperienced one believes anything, but the sensible one watches his steps to make sure he doesn't make a sound. A wise person is cautious and turns from evil. Yeah, because they're scared and they try to kill you. But a fool is easily angered and is careless. Probably got his hand stuck in the treasure chest. A quick-tempered person acts foolishly, and the one who schemes is hated because he doesn't do any work. The inexperienced inherit foolishness, but the sensible are crowned with knowledge. Let's steal that too. The evil bow before those who are good, because they have the best treasure. And the wicked at the gates of the righteous. And steal your gates. The poor person is hated, even by his neighbor. But there are many who love the rich. Yeah, because they have money. Didn't even need to say that out loud. The one who despises his neighbor sins. Whoever shows kindness to the poor will be happy. Yeah, they get lots of hugs and kisses. Don't those who plan evil go astray? But those who plan good find loyalty and faithfulness. Where do they find it? Probably at the library. There is profit in all hard work, but endless talk leads only to poverty. They didn't know when to shut up. The crown of the wise is their wealth. That's because crowns are made of gold. Oh my God, books are stupid. But the foolishness of fools produces foolishness. Oh my God, this is dumb. What else would it produce? My bucket of water is a bucket of water. The truthful witness, a truthful witness rescues lives. Probably on the quest board. But the one who utters lies is deceitful. Yeah. Duh. In the fear of the Lord, one has strong confidence. That's because God has an aura like a paladin. And his children have a refuge. There's a really big aura like a paladin. The fear of the Lord is a fountain of life, not for swimming. Turning people away from the snares of death. We need more paladins. A large population is a king's splendor and his gold, but a shortage of people is a ruler's devastation because he has no gold. A patient person shows great understanding, but a quick-tempered one promotes foolishness. Okay. I don't know why you had to write that down. A tranquil heart is the life of the body, but jealousy is rotten to the bones. Is that a wizard spell? Like, jealousy, you die. That make a lot of sense. It must be true. The one who oppresses the poor person insults his marker. That says maker. But the one who is kind to the needy honors him. Because they don't have any stuff. The wicked one is thrown down by his own sin, because he got caught. But the righteous one has refuge in his death. How would he know? Wisdom resides in the heart of the discerning. Must be a magic item. She is known even among fools. I wonder why. She's probably very pretty. Righteousness exalts a nation, but sin is a disgrace to any people. I wonder if righteousness people glow in the dark, or float, or fly, or eat delicious meat. We should steal from the righteous. I think this book is specifically saying the opposite of that you should do good. Does it pay more? I didn't see good on the job board. A king favors a prudent service, but his anger falls on a disgraceful one. That's because he's fat. I'm going home. This is dumb. I love you guys.